Hello, everybody, and everyone watching. Welcome to the first sessions of the Teens Discuss and YDOS Youth Day of Service Volunteering Program. And today, here with me is Mr. Peculiar, who is going to be presenting something very amazing and educational for teenagers around the world to learn from. So, let me just give the stage to Peculiar to please introduce himself.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Okay, can you hear me? Okay, I would like to first of all thank the coordinator of this meeting for the privilege granted me to actually speak to you today. It's a privilege, so I want to thank you now for the opportunity. Okay, my name is Peculiar Chukwudi, and I'm a teens coach. I'm a graduate of computer science here in Nigeria. I'm a Nigerian, so I graduated from the University of Technology, Owerri. Owerri is inside Imo State, here in Nigeria. I study computer science. Now I'm a specialist in computer programming. Okay, I think that's that for now. So today, so today I will be talking on teens engagement in tech. This is my field, and I think we are not too young to be a part of the big game, to be a part of what is happening in technology in our world. So, due to I have limited time, I prepared a short slide so that we can get right to it. Now, as we continue, at any point you are not hearing me well, please do well to call my attention back, or if you want me to repeat something, so that I won't just be talking to myself. Okay, hope we're following.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. So I will share my slide now so that we can start discussing. My time is already going. So tell me when you can see my slide.
Yes, I can see it.
Okay, so this is the intro, just a brief slide, teens engagement in tech. Okay, so the next one we said, what does it mean for a person to be in tech? To avoid the problem of definition, we have to define what we mean by tech. When we say tech, what does it actually mean? Now, let's look at the next slide so that we look at the dictionary definition. We said, what does tech mean? Technology can be defined as the practical application of scientific knowledge, often geared towards the creation of some kind of tool. So now, tech actually means technology. So in what they may call a layman understanding, but then tech is just mean technology. But then you use tech. Applying a practical application of a knowledge you have already. So anything about tech is practical. That's just what you know. You need to know. Once you hear tech, it has to do with what? Practical. It's not theory. It has to do with something doing. It's skill. You have to practical something. That's why in universities here in Nigeria, most engineering courses and computer science courses, you don't get to write. It's more of producing something, building something. You don't get to write theories only. You still have your write-up, but you must present some. There must be something, either a software, a model of something, but you must build something. Okay, so that's what practical application of scientific knowledge. Now, scientific knowledge doesn't just mean science. It's actually a knowledge you have obtained, a knowledge that you can relate to, that you can practicalize. That's what we mean by scientific knowledge. So it's not about your biology, and so you don't just limit it to science subjects, as we know in Nigeria, the biology, chemistry, if you know, it spans beyond those science subjects. Okay, now we go into what we call tech skills. Now, tech is a field, is an area. Now, tech is not just about computer science. We said it means technology. It cuts across different courses. That's why there's no single course called tech. I don't think any universities are offering a course called tech. So the course are called, because engineering is inside tech. computer science is inside tech. Even some physics, all those courses, anything that has to do with technology, inventions, all of them are inside a very big field. Okay, so inside those fields, we have skills, we have careers, we have career opportunities, because the aim of this is to encourage us as teenagers to be involved in tech. Okay, so we say tech skills can be defined as the ability to use those tools effectively. The ability to use those tools was effective. That is tech skills. Okay, so let's look at on the next slide. Okay, we say the next slide is okay, careers in tech. Careers in tech. I will spend some time here because I need to be explaining briefly so that you know what each means, not just to read it out for you. I'll try my best to at least comment on each of those careers. Now, but most of these careers here are computer science related, most of them. But then that doesn't mean tech is all about computer science, like I said earlier. But then in our world today, a chunk of the careers in tech is actually computer science related. That's to do with laptop systems, models. So, but it doesn't just mean that you must study computer science. No, I don't want to create that impression. Even if you're an engineer, you are still in tech. So let's get down to, so say the first career is software developer. Now these are the people that build softwares. You know, these are applications that computer uses. This is a way that the user has to deal with you, that is using your laptop, your desktop. This is a way they interact with the machine, as a computer system. You do so using a software. So people build softwares, and those people are called software developers. Then we have what we call web developers. Now, inside web developers, we have three categories of web developers, or three areas you can specialize on. You can be called a front-end developer. Now, front-end developers has to do people that build the part of the website users interact with. That is front-end. When you go into a website now, that thing you see in the homepage you are seeing, the part you interact with, that is what we call front-end. Someone builds those parts. Then we have another category, back-end. Back-end is the part you are not seeing. You don't get to see back-end as a user. So, but then that front end you are seeing, the aspect of a website you are seeing, that's another part it is relating with, it is in communication with, that you don't see. That is the back end. So the back end mainly, it's made up of the server, the database, and then okay, when you start talking about back end, you start looking at the programming language used in those areas, but then mainly the server and the database. Then we have what we call the full stack web development. Now, full stack is a combination of front end and back end. So anybody that says, okay, I want to be a full stack web developer, meaning I want to be both in back end and front end. I want to study both, but it's not compulsory. You can just choose to be a front end developer, and you will be making waves. You will earn well, and you will contribute your own quota to make the world a better place, to solve solutions. That's what tech is all about. Simply, tech is all about providing solutions using technology. And beautiful thing about tech is, you can't say that there's no more opportunity. No, there is so much opportunity. There's so many areas of tech that the world is yet to actually utilize very well. We have AI, artificial intelligence. It's still there. We have robotics. We have different areas. So you can't say, there's nothing again for me to do. People are already there. Let me go. No. We still need more young persons. People who are smart, people who are creative, people who can think. We need them. So even in your community now, you can actually use tech to solve problems. You look at how things are going. Probably there is a system in place that is taking time, exhausting energy. You can come up with an idea. What if, instead of doing this, what if we do this? And you talk to a programmer, you come together, you guys can build a software that can make life easy for your community. And people will be happy to appreciate you for that. And you have actually made a change in your world. When we talk about changing your world, it's not about changing the continent. When you change your community, you have changed the world, because that is your immediate environment. If all of us can change our communities, we have changed the world. So the concept of changing the world is actually reaching your community, reaching your immediate environment. Because you can't leave your environment and want to touch another country. You have to start from your environment, from your immediate reach. So then let me run through the other ones. We have data scientists. Now these are people, if you like, if you have an interest in data, no data, numbers, information, you can go for these data scientists, analyzing numbers, looking for inconsistency in numbers. That's data scientists. Now we have database administrator. Every company, every good company, let me just say every company is supposed to have has a database. So someone has to manage that database. Database is like a collection of both the names of employees, the salaries, the information about the employees, their customers, all those things are database. And companies pay huge for database. Banks in Nigeria, even not just in Nigeria, in the whole world, banks, they can pay you so much for their database because most of those information are confidential. So they pay so much to keep it secret and to keep them safe. Because if anything happens to a bank database, they're out of business. People can sue them. You can sue banks when you find that they have leaked an information of yours on the media. So database is also what an area in tech. We have IT security specialists. That security now in our world is on demand. Like people need that guys that are good in security, both cyber security falls into this area. How to protect their company's website, how to protect their servers, their database, protection, security. That is IT security specialist. Then we have data analysts. Now, this is different from data scientists. Data analysts now, you look at data, it's more like a broader career, it's a broader field than data scientists. Yeah, you analyze it. They can also serve as auditors in companies. Data analysts can also serve as auditors. You look at data, you combine data, you find out a pattern, and you analyze. So that's just your work. Data, looking at numbers, and companies need people like that. In all these courses, there are opportunities even till today. You have product manager. Now, product manager, every software has a team. A team builds the software. One person doesn't build the software. So a product manager is part of the team that builds the software. Actually the main person in charge. This is the person that liaises with the company or what we call the user. If a company needs a website or needs a software and they contact another company to build this, product manager is one that will be in communication with the company, getting that specification, what do you want and all that. So he's not the only one, but he's actually one of the main persons that head the team. We have computer system analysts. Now this is about computer systems. You maintain the systems. You have to be knowledgeable about networking, how to connect systems, how to connect networks between systems. We have IT manager. We have mobile app developer. IT manager is the same thing. It's similar to even IT security specialist, but it doesn't. IT manager doesn't specialize in a particular area. You are more like all rounder. Know this, know this, know this, know this. But security specialist specializes in security. Okay. Then mobile app developer, of course, almost we have apps. Almost every company now is now going to build apps. So these are the people that build the mobile apps. You go to Google Play, all those apps there are mobile apps. Then even Apple Store, mobile apps. So those are the guys that build mobile apps. We have IT support staff. These are the people that when the user have issues, my Chrome is not working, my this thing is not working. You go to support, you see them in your apps. These are the people that you talk to. I opened my system, this was having issue. I want to resolve it. You call bank 180. You call your network providers, or do anything support. These are the guys that handle support in organization. The web machine learning engineer. These are the guys that do the hardcore programming. They code the systems. Google, for example, needs, even today, they are recruiting big time machine learners. And the beautiful thing about that is, even if you don't know, just a call with zero knowledge, zero experience, just that you want to learn, you are free to learn, they'll teach you for free. I'm telling you, they'll teach you for free. Google, currently they're running an internship for machine learning. So most of these programs, you don't even need to know it before you start. Just have an interest. I want to do this. I will still share platforms at the end of the class that you can go and check out and start learning for free, so that you can be engaged in technology. Then we have network engineer. Your work is about networking between systems. You go to banks, systems are supposed to be communicating. If I want to send something from my system to a system, I mustn't use flash. I can send it through a network, a local network. So that's what network engineers do. We have computer hardware engineer. So we have software, we have hardware. These are the guys that look after the hardware components of the computer. your RAM, your monitor, those all the hardware components that the people that are in charge. Computer system administrator, that this person handles network administration. That's where it is. Network administrator is under computer system administrator. Now, assigning user profiles. In a big organization, you have to have a username and login. This is the person that handles it. So that when you come into you log in, they'll seeing you. They'll know this is what you are doing. Whenever you do something in a big organization, whatever, example, banks, whatever you do in your system, someone is seeing it. So that if there's any issue, they can trace who did this, where did this error come from. This is computer system administrator. He handles the profiles in a system, in an organization. Then we have software engineer. Now, unlike software developer is all about programming the software. Now, software engineer is about following all the processes involved in software development. Now, we have what we call software development lifecycle, SDLC. So this software engineer follows that pattern, all the processes involved in building a software. Software engineer is the one that actually anchors it. But the software developer is all about just give me or write code. You write the code, build the software and delivers. This one follows all the processes. And so from this now, you can see that software developer is inside software engineering. So most times they go for software engineering. So instead of just a coding website, coding a software, let me just master all the processes. So that's what software engineer does. We have graphic designers, very good. You know them, they build a billboard there. And these guys in today's world, they are needed. They build the flyers, the banners. You have graphic designer, they're in demand in today's world. You have the content creator, they're the ones that produce content, produce write-ups. Every company needs people that can write. Writing is a very important skill in our world, a very important skill. You can write captivating write-ups that can capture the readers. You go to blogs, you see what write-ups, you go to even books, they are needed. You have digital marketing manager, and these are the people that market products digitally. Now, most companies have products, either physical products or digital products. We have digital products, we have services. So they need marketers, people that will be running the ads, even if it's Facebook ads, Instagram ads, people that will be posting comments, marketing their products, daily posts, that's what digital marketing manager does. So sometimes they work with content creators, or sometimes they themselves are also content creators. So it depends on how a company wants to do that. Then big data engineer. Now this one, when it comes to this is a higher level in data engineering, different from the ones we've mentioned before. This is a higher level. This is a course on this one. It's a course in the university. Some universities, I don't know about Nigerian universities, but then some universities outside Nigeria offer big data engineer. They teach it. So this is actually an advanced level in data administrator or data engineering rather. You have computer programmers. And these are the people that they build websites, they build softwares. This one is just about programmers. We have what we call programming languages: C#, Python, JavaScript, etc. These are the people that actually do the main coding. They are coders. When you hear the word coding, it's for computer programmers. That's what they spend their life and their time doing. We have DevOps engineers, the people that handle everything cloud. Is DevOps engineer. We have the AI, artificial intelligence engineer, people that handle the robotics and everything that even involves AI. They are the people that are in charge. And we have the software. I've talked about this. We have the blockchain engineer. You know about blockchain now. The world is going that way. Blockchain. If you still want to learn about it, they're the ones that are in charge. This is actually a platform. I'm already running out of time, so I may not have enough time to explain blockchain. But I'm telling you, this is one of the world in few years to come. Blockchain, most app will be deployed on the blockchain. So, and there are vacancies in blockchain. You can just go into blockchain and you become, and give yourself 2-3 years. I'm telling you, you become one of the main big guys in blockchain engineering. There are very few now that actually code programming blockchain. Then we have the database developer. These are the people that develop database. We have the tech sales engineer. As you know, they actually how do I put it? They are not sales rep or sales agents per se, but then they are engineers. But mainly in company, not every company needs this. Not every company needs this, but the company that need it, they do sales, but they are still involved in tech. So it's not like they are just sales rep that goes to no. This is actually a position in tech, a career in tech. Then information security analyst. Now these guys are the ones that analyze information. Most companies need this. You go for information. Watch out for the companies, the reactions, how the user feedbacks on the company is under this information security analyst. They watch out for user feedback. They watch out for a customer's satisfaction on the company's products. Then we have the web designer UI UX. Now, in web designing, these guys are just about the graphic part of the website. They are not under front end, back end, or no. These guys, they just give you the graphics part. Graphics part means they do the color combination. You know, when you go into a website, the graphics matter. It should be it should look very well. It should look entertaining, like, you know, so that it's not like you just see where they mixed colors and it's not looking good. So these are the guys that give you wonderful colors, that build the interface for you, then give you the front end developer to do what you're doing. So they are not front end developers. They just specialize in the graphics part of the front end. Okay, now, yeah, I will wrap up with this. Websites where you can learn. Now, we've talked about different careers. Where can I start from? Get Because if we don't tell you where to start from, you may not know how to relate with what I've taught. Now, the beautiful thing about this, I said, you can start from the scratch without any knowledge. Like, I don't know anything about programming. I don't know anything about computer. I don't know. I'm on the zero level. Fine. This website, some of them can take you from zero, pick you from the hand and take you up. But then, you know, this is an online learning. So if you don't have the discipline to learn online, you may consider a physical class in your locality. Check around. Go to Google, type your locality, type programming classes or online class, physical classes rather. Physical classes, Google may give you options, you get. But if you're disciplined enough that you can learn online and follow suit and complete it, then you can check out this website. The first one, W3 Schools, you can take them down. W3schools.com. There is free. You don't pay anything for some of them, not all. For some of them. Second one, freecodecamp.org is there, free. That one is free. Then the third one, Udemy isn't free. You have to Udemy, sometimes they run what we call and they give you something, a coupon that can subsidize your rate, and sometimes you get free coupons, but mostly the courses are not free, but it's cheap. You know, depending on your country, you can check the conversion rate from your country. And then we have Career Foundry is free. The fourth one is free. You learn free. Don't pay anything. You just subscribe, have your data, go and be learning. The fifth one is free, Coursera, but not for all their courses. Some courses are free, then some are not free. So depends on what you want to learn. But most of these courses we listed, the careers we listed, you find them there. Then you see, FutureLearn is free, 100% free. FutureLearn.com, 100% free. Now the seventh one is internship.setpos. Now this one is not really. This is where they run program, they run internship every 2 months. Every 2 months, they will open up an opportunity for people that want to learn any career in tech. They'll give you the career they're offering. You register. A few weeks later, you start learning online. So I put it there because you have a physical tutor, you have an online tutor that will be talking to you, taking up on you. Okay. Now currently they are running a section, so you may not join in now. So let's say in a month's time you'll be able to come in. So you can just keep this number 7 pending, taking it up. In a month time, take up, there will be vacancy for you. You learn. Okay. Then 8, Audacity is not free, but sometimes they give a coupon, just like Udemy. You see some courses that have been subsidized for you. 9, people.com is not free also, but it has almost all the courses we've listed. And youtube.com, I put in YouTube because you can find channels to learn from. Yes, if you need recommendation, you can check on Google. There will be plenty of recommendation. Like you want to learn web development, which YouTube channel can I use to learn web development? You see answers. You then choose. Now look at the rating, look at the subscribers, look at the comments. You can get to sieve out some from the list and then have what you need. So I just post this 10 for now. I mean, but I think this 10 has what you need, so I will not give you plenty websites to choose from. With this 10, you can actually get what you need. Now you need to start. Currently, if you go on Facebook, and if you go on Facebook, there's this campaign I used to see on my Facebook wall, kids can code. People are now coding. Kids, primary school. In Nigeria, we call them primary school. Kids below 10 years, 4, 5, okay, from 6, 7, 8 years old. They're already coding. They're already building websites. They're already learning. So you as a teenager, it's not late. It's not too late. No, it's not even late. You can join today. You can start today. Click on this website, decide what do I want to learn. In some of these websites, they will they'll still explain these courses for these things that I listed, this career, they explain it to you so that you know where you have a passion. Because just explaining to you, may not know which one will I learn. So even some of them, like the future learn and some of them will give you tests. They'll just give you a test so that you go through, you then find out where you have passion for. So I think I will stop here so that I'll use the next 2 minutes. So I hope okay, any question? Let's take question now.
Thank you so much. I really enjoyed your lesson, and I'm really getting passionate about tech now. So thank you so much. I really enjoyed it. So there are some questions for some people that were not able to join. So the first one is, how can one use tech to change the world? Because people are using tech to create many things now. So how can we use tech to change the world, and what are the examples of things that we can use tech to do in order to create change and according to the SDGs as well?
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, you said how can we use tech to change the world? Already I said something. Look at your community. Look at your community. What do you think? Now you have to think. What is not what can I do to make things better in my community? Now here in Nigeria, before we had what we call ATM machine, we people do the normal process of going to banks, you queue up to withdraw your money or to deposit. Now we have ATM machine. So you don't need to just go to bank now to withdraw. You can use an ATM machine closer. You get? Now, in my community also, people in my immediate community, in my state here in Anambra State, sometimes when you want to relocate, you're looking for houses. It's manual. You have to start going to houses. You're looking for, you have to start walking around streets looking for houses. Now, there is a software came up. You don't need to now start going. Someone have done that for you. Just go to the software, enter the locality you want to live in. Now you see available houses and pictures. So I cannot be like, and the price is okay. I like this one. Now there will be a contact there for you to call. You call the number, people will book an appointment. You go see the apartment, you pay if you like it. So instead of going around now looking for houses, you want to locate through that software. You can just see houses available in the locality of your choice. Another example is boat in Nigeria. Yeah, I use Nigeria for an example. That's where I'm from. So what we call boats. So this you want to go out. You book a ride, the person will come to your house, pick you up, take you around, bring you back, both. So these are the areas. So look around. What is with the process? What can I do to make life easier for people? If people are doing manual farming, you can come up with something. That's why tech must not always be software. Machine, you can if you're into engineering, you guys can develop a machine that can make things easier. So it's not just about software. You get so if something has to do with developing something physical, a machine or an instrument that can make things easier, you guys can come up with it. If you can't do it, get to people that can do it. They'll give you an idea. Thank you. Did I miss out on any other question?
Hello? So the question is that I want you to conclude using. I want you to conclude and tell us how teenagers can actually use tech to advocate for different problems, maybe an advice to teenagers on how they can maybe develop an app or anything, just like give the concluding statement.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, I'm advocating for teenagers to be engaged in tech, to be part of tech. So with software, there are so many things you can do. If there's anything, even look at your community. I like people starting from their immediate community. Let's not take it far. Let's start from you. In your school, you guys can come together and develop a software for reading, a library software. It's possible. So if some schools don't have functional library, depending on where you're coming from, if there are books that are not in your library, are not in your immediate reach, through the social media, you can get books that are not being sold in your locality. And you guys can come together and form an online library, put it together as a platform or as an app. Make it available to students in your school, in your locality. You have solved the problem. So if there are, instead of us now, all of us looking for books that are not here, someone has already brought all those books to us. So you can create apps, libraries for. So look around. There's almost something you are young. That's why I like to talk to people. You are young. You can think. And when you put your mind to it, ideas will start coming up. So once you have the idea, how to execute it will surely come. Talk to people. Someone will surely give you how to start from, where to start from with your idea to achieve it. Yeah, I think that's all.
Yeah, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate you coming. It was really amazing getting to learn from you. And on behalf of everyone, I just want to say thank you and for giving us your time to really explain this. Thank you so, so much. And in case you have any other questions, we'll be sending it to you and you can send it to the community as well. Thank you very much. And
Thank you
yeah.
very much.